When the IRS targeting scandal broke, our next guest was not surprised.
100 years, an ever-growing leviathan of government has crept into every facet of our lives, our businesses, our homes, our churches, our charities, even our health care.
Not surprised, but he did want to do something about it, so he made a film called Unfair, exposing the IRS. And joining us now is one of the producers. He's also a radio talk show host, Craig Bergman. Nice to see you this morning, Craig.
It's great to be here on Fox and Friends.
So, you know, a lot of people talk and they get fired up about something like this, and they don't do anything about it. You decided to do something about it.
We decided that because next April 15th is the 100th anniversary of you having to pay a direct tax to your government, we thought it was time to bring that debate to the American people as a result of these scandals that are broken and say, enough is enough. Let's start the abolitionist movement against the income tax and the IRS.
You'd think, you know, first of all, thank you for doing that. It's so frustrating watching this scandal, which seems like the signature scandal of the administration, using the IRS to crush the president's political enemies. And it's kind of slipped beneath the waves. The president doesn't seem to have paid a penalty for this.
Well, that is the sad thing. He probably won't pay a penalty. And we should move on from that issue and get it to the political realm. Everyone in politics talks about babies and guns. And you have an issue on those no matter what side you're on. We want to bring the tax policy into clarity. Usually tax debate is boring. It's about numbers. It's about percentages. We want to make the moral case that it is un-American to violate your First, Fourth, Fifth, Seventh, and Eighth Amendment rights with this system.
So you've been on a 32-day bus tour. You've visited 28 states. I don't know if you've upped that number so far, but what are you seeing when you're out there talking to people?
Well, we're getting the stories. It's not just conservatives. It's not just his political enemies. It's not just the Tea Party. People who adopt children are audited more often than others because they assume, well, if you have the money to do that, you probably made a mistake, let's go after you. And they're abusive with it. They're violent with it.
And there's the bus we have out on the plaza right now. That's the big unfair bus that's going around this country.
And it's, I think, more unfair living in Washington, I can say, than most people realize. People who are politically well-connected really do get a break in the tax code. Carried interest being a perfect example, but there are many others. People get these carve-outs. Not everybody pays the same taxes.
They don't, and what we want to do is bring that debate to the simple. Are you for the old system, or are you ready for something new?
And that's the message the movie drives home?
That's the message, and we're making the moral case against it, not all the numbers, not the boring tax stuff. This will be a fun documentary, it'll be an engaging documentary, and it'll really educate people from a heart position.
Yeah, thank you for doing this. When can people see it?
April 15th, we hope, tax day 2014.
Perfect. Well, we're going to need some good news on that day, and the good news is this documentary may outline exactly how bad the problem is. Greg, thanks a lot for joining us.
Thank you very much, gentlemen.